Alright, we're going to go ahead and start the video earlier. We went over the parts. Now we're going to go ahead and actually assemble the first floor and show you how that goes together. One thing that you want to keep in mind is when you're doing this, before you get started, you want to go ahead and do your windows. So basically at this point, if you were the one putting this together, you would already have it painted and you would be ready to start the gluing process. The different glues that you want to go ahead and use are any of your wood glues. You can either use the Elmer's wood glue, or you can go ahead and get Type Bond and use that for gluing your house together. Seeing as how I'm not going to be gluing, I'm just going to be putting together. I might use some tape in a few areas if necessary. But doing your windows is pretty simple. As you can see, you got your window inserts here. And they do come with a protective coating on them that you would have to remove. And you just peel the plastic off on both sides, and then you can insert your windows. Now the way that these would go together is basically once you've got everything painted, you would go ahead and take one of your window frames and on this one's here, I went ahead and put some tape to hold it in place, but you would go ahead and glue one side of your window frame on. Once you have that glued on, you would take your window insert, insert it into the area that's been cut out, and then take your second window frame and then just match up with your first window frame on the outside, and you would glue them together. So basically, you would then have your windows completed. For this assembly process, I'm not going to put all the windows in. I'm just going to assemble all the walls and show you how they go together. So that's how your windows go. Alright, first thing that you want to see when you get our kit is you want to take a look at it. And as you can see, again, I told you that we've gone away from using our birch ply because of splintering. And we do have young kids that are, again, doing it, so we're using MDF, tempered ply, hard ply. However you want to say it, it's the same thing. It's pretty smooth. You'll see that it cuts pretty well, and there's no rough edges or anything to worry about on getting splintered. So, looking at the kit, as you can see, the kit is numbered. Here I have 1A, 1B, 1D, or 1C, 1D, and it just goes through the alphabet through the process. So I'm going to go ahead and locate my first floor walls. And let me get my actual front wall. And your front door wall assembly, we have gone to using small miniature doors that do come with the kit, but they slide right in and you would glue it in place. And then you got your frames that you would use the same concept as you do for your windows. You'd glue these in place, put your window inserts, and then glue out your outside frames on the ends. So that would be your front door, and it operates. So a little addition to the kit. So we're going to go ahead and start. This one right here is labeled 1A. So we're going to go ahead and stick that into 1A. And we'll just keep going around and assemble all of our walls. Here's 1C. One B. 1D. Here's that E. F. G. One H. I. 1J. K. one L, and one M. So as you can see, didn't take but maybe 2-3 minutes, and I already have all the walls up. So the kit's pretty simple. One thing that you may need with the kit is either an X-Acto knife or a blade. When you receive the kit, it is cut by a laser, so it's pretty precise, but some of your notches might be off a hair. And with this type of wood, tempered hardwood, you might have to trim a little bit, but trim your notches, don't trim the floors, and that way when you glue it, it's still flush. So we're going to go ahead and take our rails. You do have 2 rails. They look exactly the same, but the bottom frames and notches are just slightly different, so just look at both of them and see which ones fit the best. When you're putting together, they should slide right in. And as I stated, if they don't and you're off just a little bit, just trim a little bit around your notches and slide them into their place in their holes. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rails on. And before I put the front rail, I got my side rails. Again, they look the same. They're the same width, but they have different notches. The one with the larger notch is going to go in the rear. And then the one with the front notch goes here on the side. I have them taped in the way. Okay. We'll assemble our front porch railing. And in it goes. And now we're ready to put on our second floor. Okay, another thing that I like about using this, there's no warping. Everything is pretty much straight. And it's also pretty sturdy and it's heavy. So it's something that you might enjoy with the kit, that it's a little more stronger than when we were using our actual birch due to the size of the thinness of the wood. So before you ever put your floors on, I've sent many emails, but for this assembly video I'll remind you, you need to put in your stairs first. If you don't, you're not going to be able to get them in. Your stairs will come assembled as you see here with tape. You'll have to untake the tape and glue one side at a time and re-glue your stairs back together when you are ready and you're done painting them. But they just slide through the bottom, and then the 2 notches just lock in place, and you're ready to go ahead and insert your next floor. Now at this point it's just a matter of matching up the holes. And aligning and putting them in. And a reminder too that when you're doing this, you can also you need to make sure you're on a flat surface that's sturdy. And all I'm doing is pretty much working from one section to the next and working my way down. That's the best way to do it. And as you go ahead and get half of it done, make sure everything's seated, and then you can proceed with the other half. done. And just make sure everything's seated by pushing everything down. And that is it.